Oh, well, hello there, random person on the internet who probably came here from my YouTube page, since otherwise this video would have started at this timestamp. To be more specific, this is a new format called quickbrew, where I keep the deck tag to an article and thereby avoiding like a week of editing. Remember when I said I'd probably make a separate video on the idea of the other deck, which was one-shotting people with the Ruin Crab? Well, this is the first of these videos, since I came up with 2 decks and you get the other one next week. But today we are playing CRABSHIFT. To make it short, we play landfall payoffs and then play CRABSHIFT to get ungodly amounts of value. We also play the Mending of Dominaria as a backup plan. Well, check out the article for the whole deck tag and let's waste no more time and get right into that juicy gameplay. And here we go with a pretty good starting hand. We got Lotus Cobra, we got CRABSHIFT, Mending of Dominaria, and Uro, always great. So that's a keep. Opponent plays a Temple Garden, we play a Breeding Pool, pass back. Opponent plays a Grateful Apparition, okay. We just play a Forest, play our Cobra, pass the turn. Opponent contentious plan for no value. Yikes, they're looking for lands here, but we float our mana, play Lotus Field, cast an Uro. Now if we draw a 2-drop here, we can still play it with the Lotus Cobra. Let's see what we get. Glasspool Mimic, that's okay. We play a land, get some mana, swing for 2, pass back. Opponent plays a Breeding Pool, Dovin, Hand of Control. Now that's unconventional. Attacks, proliferates the Dovin. Now we could play CRABSHIFT here, but that's not enough value, so we just play Glasspool Mimic, copy the Lotus Cobra, play a land, get some mana, play another Glasspool Mimic, copy the Lotus Cobra again, and swing, because why not, we're not blocking anyway. Opponent plays an Ajani, that's pretty sweet. Minuses, attacks with the Apparition and proliferates. We draw an Explorer, we play Mending of Dominaria, at least get the Uro. Well, yep, we get the Uro, that's fine with me. No attacks, pass back. Opponent plays a Tamiyo, plays a Breeding Pool, and searches for Risen Reef. That's kind of spicy, but okay. Minuses the Dovin, and minuses Ajani again, swings again, and proliferates again. Oh, we draw Ruin Crab. Oh, and we mill a Tatyova, so we got every payoff we need here. Play a Ruin Crab, play an Uro, we really need a land here. Especially, yes, especially in Evolving Wilds. So we get 3 mana from this one. Uro goes to the graveyard, we crack the Evolving Wilds, get another landfall trigger, get a bunch of mana. Now we play CRABSHIFT, sacrifice 3 lands, which will net us 6 mana and mill 9 cards, so get our lands. Be sure to not grab basic lands here, since we need them for Fable Passage and the likes. Yep, that's a bunch of triggers. Mill our opponent, mill our opponent, mill our opponent. We scry, Scoot Swarm to the bottom. CRABSHIFT, we should have kept that on top, but I go over that later. And get some mana. Then we play Tatyova, have 6 mana left, play another CRABSHIFT. This time we sacrifice all of our lands, even though Lotus Field would be great in the next turn, but we are trying to win this turn. That's why we just grabbed all basic lands, which is wrong, but I really want to win here, so it's wrong though, by the way. We mill some cards, we draw some cards, that's a Lotus Cobra, another Ruin Crab, Mending of Dominaria, and Explore, get some mana, and play the Ruin Crab, play an Explorer, land, nope. Play another Explorer, that's a land, Fable Passage, the best land we could have hoped for, Ruin Crab triggers, Tatyova triggers, and Lotus Cobra triggers, so oh, that's another Fable Passage, perfect. We can play this since we played Explorer, get some more triggers, and yeah, at this point we probably won the game here. We can just loop our Uro with Mending of Dominaria, there's another Fable Passage, get even more mana, and our opponent scoops it up. And we would have won this game in this turn. Now I won this game, but bottoming that CRABSHIFT was definitely a misplay, since we can just chain these together, so no reason in bottoming this. We won anyway, but just to let you know. And well, we have time for another game, so let's do that. game number 2, and that's a pretty bad hand, but we got a Ruined Crab on turn 1, and that's what we're looking for. Shock in the breeding pool, play the Ruined Crab, and did I mention I messed up the gameplay sound on the recordings? Yep, I'm sorry for this. Opponent plays a mountain and passes back. Oh, we draw a Lotus Field. Not what we wanted here. Play land, mill some cards, and, well, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Castle Embrath and lightning strikes our crab. Now, this is looking pretty bad. We just play Lotus Field, float mana just because, and pass the turn. Opponent plays a Gitu Lava Runner and shocks our face. Plays a land and gets a mountain, swings for 2 and passes back. We play Lotus Cobra, play a land, and we'll just pass back. Opponent plays a Runaway Steamkin and withers lightning our face. Now this is pretty good news. Swings for 2, passes back, we play a land. Play a Mending of Dominaria, mill and Hydroid Crosses, pretty sweet, but we get the Ruined Crab for now since we can play it this turn. Play the Ruined Crab, pass the turn. Opponent lightning strikes our Ruined Crab again, too bad. Swings for 5. Plays a Light Up the Stage, gets some lands, and plays Gitu Journey Mage. That's pretty unconventional. Passes back, we mill some cards and get back the crosses. Now we drew a Cobra here, so check this out. We play a Cobra, play a Ghost Crawler, get some mana, float our mana, play a Scapeshift, sacrificing 3 lands. So this will get us 6 mana back in the pool, so we have 8 mana altogether. Temple, trigger, squire to the bottom, get some mana, and play a Crosses for 6, so out of shock range. Got a 6/6 and drawing 3 cards here. That's another Ruined Crab and another Scapeshift. So let's see if they can kill us here. Experimental Frenzy. Not gonna be lethal. Swings, we make some blocks, not in shock range. And Mending of Dominaria triggers. We get all our lands back, shuffle our graveyard into our library. Lotus Cobra triggers 7 times, so 7 mana. We play the Ruined Crab, play a Mending of Dominaria. Let's see. Oh, we got an Uro. That's fine with me. Get an Uro, play an Uro. Uro triggers, draws Explorer, play a Fabled Passage, get some triggers. Uro sacrifices, we play another Explorer, no land this time. Play a Lotus Cobra, crack a Fabled Passage, get an island, get some triggers, mill our opponent, and get 2 mana. Another Fabled Passage, get a forest, mill our opponent, get 2 mana, and play Turn Timber Symbiosis, get a Scoot Swarm, which is wrong here, more on that later, and then we play Scapeshift and sacrifice all of our lands to get all of our lands out of our library. Now we did play another Lotus Field in this iteration of the deck. I cut it down from 2 to 1, which is better. As you can see, we have to sacrifice 2 lands here, so yeah. So we mill our opponent to death here, right? And yeah, this should be game. And no, because we disconnected. Okay, get used to this, since this deck is pushing Arena to the limits a bit. Yep, we try to reconnect here, and we're back in it. Okay, so we make a bunch of mana, and just pass the turn, because I assumed that they were dead, but they had 2 cards left in the library. Draw 1, rob off the rich, the last card. If they can kill us here, I'm gonna be deeply tilted, but no. Vashino Pyromancer, and a swing, place a land, and we just have to pass back the turn here. Wow, if they would have killed us here, that would have been awful, but they didn't. Now, how could we have won this game? First of all, we could have played Uro and maybe gone from there. But what we could have actually done here when we played Turn Timber Symbiosis, just get the Glasspool Mimic and copy the Hedron Crab. Instead, I choose the Scoot Swarm, which crashed our game. Just be aware of this. And yeah, I'm not the best Magic player, but I try to make spicy decks, so that's what I'm here for. Now you're probably wondering, why do I show you all these games with misplays in it? Now, first of all, this deck is pretty complicated to play. I also think as long as I mention the misplays and show them to you, maybe it even helps you more than just me playing correct. But that's just that might just be an excuse. And also, It's pretty hard to get gameplay footage with this, since people just scoop as soon as they see the escape shift. Now look at this, where we have a Tatyova and a bunch of lands. This game was going on for a very long time already. But we play a Lotus Cobra, Scoot Swarm, then draw some cards with Tatyova, play a Mending of Dominaria, get back an Uro, play an Uro, play a land, get all the Scoot Swarms here, play a Ruin Crab, and then, well, we float the mana, play Scapeshift, and get all our lands out of our deck. And to be honest, this would have killed our opponent, but they most of the time just scoop. So another example is where we have this board state here against Simic Mutate, and well, you know what's gonna happen. We play Escape Shift with all the payoffs on the battlefield. Not even a Ruin Crab here, but well, you know what's gonna happen. We play Escape Shift, get all of our lands, get all the triggers, and our opponent, of course, just scoops it up. And you know, sometimes you just play a Ruin Crab on turn 1 and our opponent just scoops it up. Okay, so yeah, most of the time you don't have to combo off fully, but it's bad for gameplay footage. And well, with that being said, that's the end of this video. I don't have time to make like a 20-minute video on this one. If you want to see the deck in action, just go to the article, get the deck list. If you don't want to craft the cards, just ask your favorite streamer to play the deck, and I'll see you next time with the other deck that came out of this brewing process around Ruin Crab. And I'll give you one hint, it's playing Arcane Adaptation. That's all I'm gonna say. So see you next week, and yeah, see you next week.